Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Igbo Girl Living. If you're coming across me for the first time, I post faith, fashion, and lifestyle content here. So join us, we are the fashionable believers, by subscribing, clicking the notification bell, sharing the video, and giving it a huge thumbs up. Thank you so much for coming back, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So as I'm sure you can already tell, we are not in our usual filming spot. The background is different, everything is different. And I think you would have already seen my Friday vlog where I showed, documented my travel back to Texas. So yes, I'm back in Texas and I will be here for the foreseeable future. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog that I filmed for you guys. This is where the lifestyle portion of my channel is going to take effect. I'll be doing a lot more lifestyle content, so those will come in the form of vlogs, and I hope you will enjoy them. I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will jump on this fashionable believers train and just keep supporting the channel. So today is Sunday. It's a faith-based video we're going to be doing today, but it's not going to be a super lengthy one. All I want to talk about today is just give you guys some steps or some tips about how to become, or how you know you are a helper, or what to do to become a helper. Or maybe I should phrase it in a different way. Okay, I think I'm rambling at this point, but I want to title today's message, which I'm sure you can already see in the thumbnail, How to Be a Helper. I feel like whenever I say that women are helper suitable and that you need to understand what that help looks like for you, for where you are in your life, it may get a little bit confusing for people, women who don't understand. So I will be using myself as an example. Obviously, I'm not married, and I've also shared in previous videos that being a helper suitable is not just a role meant for when you are a wife to a husband. So you are called to be a helpmate for your husband and for whoever else God allows in your life. I've mentioned this over and over in previous videos. And so for me, I am unmarried, and I know that I in this season that I'm in, I have a role to play as a helper suitable. So for my sister, in whose house I'm living, I know that in this season of my life, I am called to be a helper suitable to her. Now, I think in the video I shot last, or uploaded last weekend or 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that purpose is not always for a platform. And I used to be of the school of thought that said unless I was doing something major or significant and it involved millions and millions of people, I didn't feel like I was operating fully in my purpose, which is not true. So what I want to do today is to give you guys a practical example using myself, how I have come to identify my place as a helpmate in this season, and the person or the people who I am called to help right now are my family members. I know that in a different season, I will probably be called to help maybe friend groups or a community of believers, and then eventually my husband. So right now, I'm helping my sister, and I'm helping her around the house. I'm helping with my niece and nephew. I'm helping her do just little things here and there that make her life that much more easier. And I know it can feel like we're not really contributing or doing anything significant, because it seems like what we are doing, or in the season that we're in, our help is not, it may feel like it's not making an impact, but it actually is. And I feel like as women, we tend to want to feel like we're making a difference, a noticeable difference. And the truth is that no matter how small your help is to whoever it is you are called to assist in that season, it's making a difference. It's making a difference to the person you are helping, and it matters to God. So I feel like as women, I need to say here that we should appreciate every season that we're in, and understand that in different seasons, our role as helper will look different. So I think I said enough on that. And now I just want to give you at least 3 to 4 points about how you can identify or how you can know that you are a helper for the season that you're in. So if I'm not phrasing that correctly, I think I've just titled this video how to be a helper. So the first thing you need to understand about being a helper is that you need to be able to appreciate, first identify and appreciate where you are in your life and how your help needs to look for where you are in your life. So again, using myself as an example, right now I'm helping my sister in this season, and I'm helping her around the house with different chores that she has to do, with babysitting the kids, with helping her with making meals and cleaning up here and there. That may not be a huge thing. It may not feel like it's making a big difference in the grand scheme of things. It's like I'm not solving cancer or initiating world peace or anything like that. There are people whose purpose and who are going to be able to help in that way by virtue of the people that God will allow in their lives. And that's fine. But for many of us and others of us, our help is just going to be in the simple, day-to-day, basic, ordinary things. And you cannot dismiss or not regard the fact that you are making an impact to the person you are helping, and you are doing that to the glory of God. So, number one is identify where you are in your life and recognize, know, and appreciate that whatever it is or however it is you are helping whoever it is that is in your life in that moment, it's making an impact, it's a big deal, and you are operating in purpose. The second thing I want to say is recognize what fans or extinguishes your flame as a helper. Now, there's a saying that you cannot pour from an empty cup. And unless your tank is filled or full as a helper, you cannot be in a position to help another person. So, for example, the kinds of things that will extinguish my flame is when I'm around toxicity, when I'm around negative people who complain a lot, who whine a lot, who are not appreciative, and just people who give off this attitude of ungratefulness. Those types of scenarios and those types of people, they deplete me. And I know that a lot of people say they thrive off of energy and they respond to positive energy and stay away from negative energy. I think that's true to a certain degree. And for me, I also respond to energy. I feel like when I'm in a hostile situation, even if I'm supposed to be helping in that season, I will probably not be able to execute my role completely, fully, and properly the way I'm supposed to. So those types of things and those types of situations deplete me. Now, for the things that fan the flame of my DNA as a helper, these are when I listen to gospel music, motivational music, when I watch YouTube sermons from preachers that I really like and enjoy, people like Pastor Sarah Jake Roberts, people like Priscilla Scherer, and people like Pastor Mike Todd and Stephen Furtick. These are people who, if I listen to them or when I listen to them, when I'm feeling depleted or feeling like I don't have enough to give, or I'm not in a position where I know I can help fully and completely, I go to these videos, I click on them, I watch, and it just fills me back up, fills my cup back up, and to where I'm able to give enough to whoever it is I'm helping in that season, but then still have enough for myself to where I don't feel like I'm helping out of obligation or helping because I feel like that's what I need to do. I'm helping because it's what gives me joy, it's what I know I'm called to do. I'm happy to do it, and I'm doing it cheerfully. The Bible does say that God loves a cheerful giver, and I don't think that that is just relegated to finances or money. You have to be a cheerful giver of your time, a cheerful giver of your gifts, and whatever else it is that you are called to give as a helper in that season. So, two, recognize what fans or extinguishes your flame. Do what you can to avoid the things that deplete you, and then make sure you pour, or you are pouring into yourself, the things that fan your flame. For other people, it could be different things like self-care, making sure that you um, do the things you enjoy. Maybe you go to the movies, you take yourself out to dinner, maybe you like retail therapy. Just whatever that looks like for you is what you should do every now and again, so that your tank is full and you are able to pour out to others and give and help them in the way that you are called to do. So that's number two. So number three, which is piggybacking off of the second point I gave, is to pour into yourself. And I've mentioned, a few minutes ago, that the way I like to pour into myself is watching YouTube videos from pastors and preachers and speakers that I admire, and who, when they teach, when they speak, it really just resonates with me and it fills me up. Other things that I like to do, or I think that I should incorporate doing, and I think I would advise or recommend that other women do that, is also participate in conferences, women conferences, where you are surrounded by like-minded women, women who share your faith, who are probably going through similar struggles as you, and are just looking for an outlet to be able to share, connect, and learn and grow together as a body of believers. So pour into yourself often, so that you have enough in your reservoir to give as a helper to other people. I think that the last thing I want to say is that you should surround yourself with people who recognize and appreciate your gift, your idea, the value that you bring into their lives. Sorry, I'm looking down. I have my notes down here, so that's where I'm just picking up the points from. So that's the final point I want to make, is to surround yourself with people who recognize and appreciate the value that you bring into their life as a helper. Now, I know that everybody's situation is not the same, and there are people who are in situations they cannot immediately get out of, and it is toxic, for lack of a better term. Now, for those types of people, I would just say that you can still pour into yourself. Maybe you should just get some headphones, put on some gospel music, some inspirational music, something that will lift you up. If you have just 5-10 minutes to give, where you can just breathe in, breathe out, and just receive the peace and the joy that the music gives to your soul, that feeds your soul. I think that that is very necessary for you to do, in order not to be operating from a place of, like I said earlier, resentment or obligation. Because when you do that, your help doesn't really count. The people who you are supposed to help don't really appreciate or see the value in what it is that you are giving. And it makes it worse for you when you feel like you are not making that much of a significant impact. So pour into yourself, and then surround yourself with people who recognize your value and the help that you're giving to them in this season. And I feel like when we do this, when we identify that these are ways we can become helpers in the little things, then I know that a time will come, a season will come, when God will be able to trust us with more. So we have to be faithful in the little that we have, in the little place of assignment that we've been given, so that God can trust us with more. It's like the parable of talents in the Bible, where the the king, or the head of the household, gives different talents to his different servants, and the one servant went and hid the talent because he was scared of his master, rather than multiplying it. It's the same way. You have to recognize where you are, appreciate where you are, tap into your DNA as a helper, see where you can fit in to help whoever it is in your life. Help those people, do it joyfully, do it cheerfully, with a smile on your face, and God will entrust you with more. The same way the servants who multiplied their 3 talents and their 5 talents were entrusted with more. That is the goal, and that is what God needs us as women to understand, that we are helpers, we are called to be helpers, and that helping will look very different in different seasons. Now that I'm in this season of my life where I'm helping my sister, I know that it's not going to always be this way. I'm going to be called into a different season to be a helper in a different sort of way. So everything I'm doing now, and everyone who is in a particular season now, just know that the way you are helping or how you are helping is preparation and equipping for where it is God is trying to take you next. So don't despise humble beginnings or little beginnings. Appreciate, recognize where you are, pour into yourself, stay away from the things that extinguish or deplete you, and just surround yourself with people who recognize and appreciate the things that you do for them. Okay, and that is how you can be a helper suitable. I hope you've taken one or two things away from this video. Like it, give me a comment in the comment section, let me know what you think, and if you have any other points to add to what I've already said, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, share it as well, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.